guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making this beautiful, elegant, trendy butterfly roach skirt. Okay, so if this is your first time of seeing this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share, just do something. Okay, and if you are an old subscriber, thank you very much for staying with me. I appreciate all your help. Okay, so let's go on to it. So you start by folding your fabric into two, just like I'm doing. Okay, now we'll get our waist or tummy measurement. Okay, whatever you get, add 3 inches extra allowance. We are going to be needing enough allowance for this skirt. Now place your tape on that waistline to get your hip measurement. From waist to hip of an average adult is usually 8 inches. So I made my mark. Now I'm going to get my hip measurement. After getting my hip measurement, I added 3 inches extra allowance. We are going to be needing enough allowance for this skirt. Okay, now with my curve ruler, I join the line from my waist to my hip. Okay, now we're getting our length. Okay, so I got the length of my skirt. You have to make it not so long. The length I used is 34 inches. So I joined the line from the waist to the hip and down to the length, and this is me cutting it off. So if you have watched this video to this point, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, now we are getting the other fabric, the remaining fabric, so that we can cut the back of the skirt. So we'll place it together, not forgetting to leave our zipper allowance. Okay, this is where we're going to keep our zipper. You can measure 1 inch, 1.5 or 2 inches. So I just use my instinct. I didn't actually measure it. I've been sewing for a while, of course, so I use my instinct to bring out the zipper allowance. Okay, so this is me tracing it out and dividing the zip allowance area, and then I trim off the extra fabric at the length, and then I set this aside. I've gone ahead to cut out the 2 vertical frills I'm going to be attaching on each side of the skirt. Okay, I used 9 inches width for this frill, and then the length should be exactly the same length with your skirt. And I've gone ahead to fold one side each of the frills and leaving the other side unfolded, because that other side will be going in with the fabric, so there's no need of wasting your time folding it. Now the next thing is our waistband. Okay, this is the 2 short ones are for the back skirt and the long one is for the front side of the skirt. Now this is it. Let me make a demonstration. So this is it. I'm going to fold it like this and sew. Okay, the same thing with the back. You know, the back is divided into 2 because of the zip allowance. So this is it. I've already attached them already. Okay, and I've also attached the front. The next thing is to arrange our skirt so that we can trace out the zip allowance and attach our zip. You start by placing the back one first, and then you fold the front part and place it on top of the back one, just like I'm doing. Okay, so now you see the zip allowance has come out. So use your chalk, trace it very well so it will be visible. Then you go to your machine and sew a straight line all the way down to where you want to slit to stop. Okay, and now these are the rope we're going to be attaching to our frills to make it form that butterfly. And then this is it. I have attached the zip already, you see. So now the basket is now 1, it's no longer 2 because the zip had been attached. And now this is the front skirt. Okay, now on this front skirt you attach your frills, the 2 frills, right side facing right side. You can see I placed the right side facing the right side of the front skirt, and then I pushed it in a little bit because I do not want, after sewing it, the frills will now become really small. Okay, so I push it in a little bit. I used 2 inches on the waist side, on the waist region, 2 inches. And when you're pinning it, please make sure you didn't take it all the way to the waistband. You can see where I'm pinning mine, below the waistband. Okay, now it's time for us to shape our skirt. I place the back on the front, just like so, and then place my tape on the shoulder. Remember when we are cutting this dress, we left a lot of allowance. Okay, so when I placed my tape on the waist, I got my actual measurement, and there were 6 extra allowance. So I minus 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. After removing the allowances, I placed my tape on the already marked area, and I got my actual waist measurement. That's 16 inches. Okay, and then I opened it and I saw that the frills came out too much more than I wanted. I had to push it in a little more. Okay, and then I had to actually use my tape to measure the hip, to be sure that when I'm sewing it, I'm not going to be avoiding the frills. That's what I did here. So I had to push it out a little bit again, because the hip side is wider than the waist. That is why I had to push it out again. And then I pinned it again. Remember, you pin it not on the band, but below the band. So I used the pin to hold it together so it won't move. I measured it again with the tape. I measured my hip again to be sure. To be sure that when I'm sewing it, I will be getting the frills. You can see that's what I'm doing. You can see where the tape is. It means that when I sew it, it will still go in line and touch the frills. So I went ahead to join the back again. I started the measurement all over again. From the waist, 16 inches, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You remove 3 inches here and 3 inches there. Okay. So if you have watched this video to this point, wow, thank you. Please give this a thumbs up. If you have watched this video to this point, please give this video a thumbs up. So this is it. Now I'm going to go over to the hip and also measure that of the hip as well. You see, exactly 16 inches. I also did the same thing on the hip. Place the tape on my hip. I remove the extra inches, minus half on this side, minus half on the other side. Same 3 inches as well. 3 inches here, 3 inches there. So which means you'll be adding like 3 inches when you are cutting this dress. 3 inches extra fabric. So I connected the lines from my waist to the hip and all the way down to the skirt, and with the help of my pin, I pinned it all down. And then I went to my sewing machine and I did justice to this skirt. Okay, while pinning, I was also checking to be sure that I got the frills. Okay, because you don't want to finish sewing this dress and you notice that the frills you didn't get the frills, like the frills are falling off. You know, you can see the frills are there. I got it. So I had to actually adjust it very well so that I can go to my sewing machine and sew. While sewing, you are adjusting. And I had to put slit on this skirt because I won't be wearing it short. So the reason for this video is just for an illustration on how to sew it, but I won't be wearing my short. I'll be wearing it long. That's why there is slit. But if your sole purpose of sewing this style is just for it to be short, to wear it short, no need for the slit. You don't need to put slit. For real, it has to just be long, short like that. Okay, because if you have intention of wearing it long and you don't put slits, you won't be able to walk. So that's it. After I was done pinning it, I'm now going to sew it down. So this is it, already sewn, and these are the frills. Like I said, you see, I got everything, nothing missing, nothing broken. Okay, so we're gonna turn it back and now do the main thing. The main reason why we're here. This is where it is starting now. Okay, so look at the extra fabric by the sides. Okay, now it's time for us to attach our rope. Now you get your rope and open it like so. You open the extra allowance like so, and then place your rope just like I'm doing. You see, I did not place the rope at the beginning of the extra allowance. I pushed it into the stitch, very close to the stitch, and then I use my pin to hold it so it won't go off while I'm sewing it. And I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side like so. You open it up, place your rope. Okay, use your pin to hold it. You place it very close to the stitch, to the shape you've already gotten. Use your pin to hold it so it won't move or it won't pull off. And then you go to the sewing machine and then sew beside the rope. Make sure you don't sew on the rope. Sew beside the rope. Now this is it. Our rope is inside it now, so we are going to drag it to form the butterfly roach. Okay, this is it. It's super easy, super easy. So this is me dragging it after I turned it to the front. This is it. Just super easy. Drag it to any length you want. Any length you want. If you want it long, you want it 3/4, you want it short, drag it. Remember, I said the reason I put my slit is because I'll be wearing mine long, not short. That's why I put the slit, so I can walk. It can enable me to walk. Okay. So this is what it is. It's very beautiful. I know I made 4 ropes. Okay, I made 4 ropes earlier, but I didn't later use it 4. I used only 2. But if you want to use the 4, this is what you're going to do. You attach 1 rope on this side of the dress and on the other side. One side here and one side there. The same thing on the other side. One side here, one side there. That is, but I prefer this my style, because you can always adjust this style in case you lose weight or you add weight. You can always shape it or lose it, or you can always sew it down or anything. That is why I actually prefer this style. Okay, so this is me wearing it. You can see it's beautiful. Oh my god, if you have watched this video to this point, please like, comment, just say something so that I will know that you watched it to this point. You see, this is me adjusting it to the long length. And this is just beautiful and very simple. So I'll be posting how I made the shirt as well. So you see, this is me also dragging it up in case I want to wear it short or 3/4, any length you want to wear it. And then for this frills, you can even make your own fuller or longer if you want, or wider rather, not longer. Make sure the length is the same thing with the skirt, so avoid abnormality. So thank you for watching. Bye.